Jamie, look, you said when Igor Tudor was appointed at Tottenham that he might not last the season. At this stage, his position is looking precarious.
Absolutely. I think if he were to lose today, excuse me, I think we'll probably change it. I think that's what Tottenham will look at doing because it hasn't worked out. The reason why I said that at the time was I didn't like the fact that this manager had only managed 30 games on average at every club he'd been to. So what does that tell you? It means he's not necessarily that successful. Now, as a footballer, he had a great career, but management hasn't worked out the way that he'd have wanted. And I looked at Tottenham, I just felt, you're bringing a manager that hasn't managed in the Premier League. Now, it's like Formula 3 driver going to Formula 1. It's different. And you have to at least understand it. That was a huge mistake in itself. Now, do I think they can still stay up? Or if they win today, do they still keep him? Yeah, probably. They probably will. If they lose today, they have to make a change because otherwise they are sleepwalking into relegation. Because I look at the other sides around them. I look at Leeds, I look at West Ham. I think there's a bit of fight about them. Nottingham Forest obviously are capable of getting results at home. But when I see Tottenham, I look at a team that's been spineless. They've got no characters about them. They don't look like they've got injuries, but they don't look like a side that's ready to fight to stay in the Premier League at the moment.
A lot of injuries, 12 players not available for this game. But over the course of the season, they've had those injuries and they find themselves just 1 point away from the relegation places. Could the unthinkable happen?
It could possibly, yeah. Like Jamie was saying there, if they don't make a change now, it's going to be a problem. If they lose again today, you know, they're going to be right deep down in a mess, in a way where, you know, you're looking at players in that squad now. You're looking around that squad. Of course, they've had injuries. Everybody knows that. But when you look at the players that are available to the manager, there's no leaders. There's no one willing to run. They're not looking to work. You know, everybody's looking at each other. They're passing each other the ball, and it's like, right, that's down to you. You go and do what you need to do. And the manager on the sideline is, you know, he's come in and, you know, the managerial career that he's had, 30 games at any club that he's been at is not good. It's nowhere near good enough. And, you know, you want someone to come in and get the team together. There doesn't look like there's any togetherness there. There doesn't look like anyone who wants to break themselves and go to that you know, that mark where, you know, you want to put your bodies on the line. Tottenham players must be looking at themselves and thinking, we're in a relegation battle here and things are not turning around for the better. So they need a massive performance today. But like I said, with the manager still in charge, I'm not sure where they're going to go. They need to put on a massive performance today to start changing things. Otherwise, you know, they're going to be in trouble.
So I suppose the question then, Roy, is can any manager make a team that's capable of staying in the Premier League from the players that are available at the current moment?
Yeah, well, that's the manager, the job of the manager, to come in and get the best out of the players. And he's not had a good reaction since he's gone in there. Results haven't been great, performances, self-inflicted, a lot of it, the mistakes during the week in Europe, players getting sent off in league matches. But there's not been a great reaction, or you could say, to the new Forest manager going in, or when the Wolves manager in a few months ago. Yeah, they've picked up a little bit recently. So it's been tough going for him. But I still think Spurs have enough about them to get out of trouble. Starting today, coming to Liverpool again, you've got to face every challenge as you can, and it's going to be tough. I think if they do struggle today and they do get beaten, yeah, there's an opportunity that he probably will be changing. It's not been a great reaction, but I still think Spurs have enough quality and have to show a little bit more fight, because it's obviously tight down there. Sometimes it'll be a point, it might be goal difference. And Spurs, over the years, we've always said Spurs, there's a softness to Spurs, but they've got to find some sort of spirit and fight to get out of the trouble they're in, because they are in huge trouble. And it's not just down to this manager. It's been a battle the last year or two in terms of their league form, particularly at home. OK, they won a trophy last year. And I think 1 or 2 players back, players to find something from somewhere when you're in that battle, I still think they'll stay up.